Today we are going to study periodic classification of elements. In order to study elements, scientists started classifying elements on the basis of similar properties. And the elements were classified into metals, non-metals and metalloids. This we have studied in the lower classes. Periodic classification of elements. Scientists classified elements into metal, non-metal and metalloid on the basis of their similar properties. Classification of element make it easy to study the element, but the number of elements went on increasing, and today there are near about 118 elements known to us. So in order to make the study of element more easy, scientists started to classify the elements. They were searching for definite pattern, a certain pattern in which the elements can be classified, so that the study of the element will become very easy. The first person who tried to classify element on the basis of certain pattern was Daubigny. He said that the properties of the element are related to atomic mass. He arranged the element having similar chemical properties in the increasing order of its atomic masses in the group of three called as Daubigny's tree. Daubigny was the first to classify the element in a certain pattern to make the study of element easy. What was this Daubigny's classification? We will study in details. Dominier was the first to arrange the elements on the basis of their chemical properties in a group of three called as Dominier's trait in the increasing order of their atomic masses. He said that the properties of the element are correlated to its atomic masses. Dominier grouped element with similar chemical properties in a group of three called Dominier's trait in the increasing order of their atomic masses. He said that properties of the elements are related to their atomic masses. Arrangement is done. But what was the pattern? We'll have a brainstorming on that pattern and also consider one example. The pattern which Dominier gave was that according to the Dominier's classification, the atomic mass of the middle element, see student, he arranged the element in a group of three, and according to his classification, he gave a definite pattern. Pattern was given in order to make the study of the element easy. According to his pattern, what the atomic mass of the middle element? The atomic mass of the middle element is equal to the mean of atomic masses of the other two elements. You will see an example. He arranged three elements. Example: lithium, sodium, potassium. In such a way that atomic mass of the middle element is the arithmetic mean of the other two elements, or it is the mean of the atomic masses of other two elements. According to the Dominier's law, when he arranged the element in the increasing order of his atomic masses, he considered their chemical properties. He gave us a pattern. He was the first person to give us the pattern. According to his pattern, the atomic mass of the middle element is is the mean of atomic masses of the other two elements. And in this way, he gave us a pattern which made the study of element easy. He was the first person to arrange the element on the basis of chemical properties in a definite pattern. This pattern was useful, but there were certain limitations. Okay, so again the scientists started thinking upon a definite pattern in which the elements can be classified, because the number of elements discovered were increasing, and therefore the new classification of element was given by Newland. He was the second person to classify the elements in a definite pattern so as to make the study of element easy. Let's see the second classification of element in a definite pattern which made the study of element easy. It was Newland. The second person who gave us the classification of the element in a definite pattern was Newland. Let's have some brainstorming upon Newland's law of octet. At this time, there were total 56 elements known, and Newland also said that the properties of the element are correlated with their atomic masses. He also started arranging the element in the increasing order of its atomic masses. What did Newland do? He arranged the element in the increasing order of their atomic masses. He also said that the properties of element are correlated to atomic masses. He also considered the similar properties of the elements and started arranging them in a definite pattern, and he started arranging them in the increasing order of his atomic masses. He started arranging the element in the increasing order of its atomic masses from hydrogen to thorium. Now arrangement was done on the basis of atomic masses, because atomic masses and the properties of the element correlated with each other. According to the pattern of Newland, or according to Newland's law of octet, it is said that according to Newland's law of octet, the first and the eighth element will have the same properties. The first and the eighth element will have the same properties. Let's see the pattern, study the pattern and find out the advantages and disadvantages of Newton's law of octet. He classified near about 56 elements. He arranged it according to the musical notes. Sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. So sa re ga ma pa da ni sa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What did he say? The first and the eighth element will have similar property. Let's see which are the elements which will have the similar property. according to Newland's law of octave. Lithium and sodium, beryllium and magnesium, fluorine and chlorine. This element will have similar properties. Lithium, sodium, beryllium, magnesium, fluorine, chlorine. These elements will have the similar properties. So according to this table, the first and the eighth element will have the similar properties when the elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses. This was the pattern given by Newland. This also made the classification of element easy at that time, but again it was having certain drawbacks. So now we will see the drawbacks of the arrangement given by Newland. Now we will see the drawbacks of Newland's law of octave. Here, observe carefully in the table which is given on the whiteboard. Hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine are the halogen, and cobalt and nickel are NeCl. Now, if they are arranged in the same node, then they should have same chemical property. But here we see that hydrogen, fluorine and chlorine are halogen. The next element, which is cobalt and nickel, are metals. Hydrogen, fluorine, chlorine are the halogens, and cobalt and nickel are metals, but still placed in a same node. We does not follow the Newland's law of octave. This was the first drawback. Oxygen and sulfur are non-metallic metals, and iron is a metal. Iron is a metal. But still placed in a same node. All the three elements in one node should have similar properties, but there are what dissimilar properties. Here also, all the elements in the same node should have similar properties, but again they have dissimilar properties. These were the drawbacks in the arrangement of new line. With the similar elements, dissimilar elements was arranged. With the similar element, dissimilar element was arranged. Third, cobalt and nickel and iron are metals. Cobalt, nickel and iron are metal. They should have been arranged in the same node, but they are arranged in different nodes. So, cobalt, nickel and nickel and iron are metals, but are placed in different nodes. They should have been placed in the same node as they have same property, as they all are metal, but they are placed separately. The third drawback. And the fourth drawback is that Newland's law of octet was applicable only up to calcium. Only up to calcium. Was applicable only up to X. So, my dear friend, this was Newland's law of octet. He also have done the classification of the element on the basis of the increasing order of its atomic masses. He also said that atomic masses and the properties of the element are correlated. In the next class, we will study one more classification and try to have the brainstorming. Thank you very much.